everyone, it's me, Lindsay, with EquipMeOT, here today to talk about completing a toilet transfer and completing your toileting activities following a hip replacement surgery. So if you've been following along, I have several other videos about hip replacement recovery, including one on showering, dressing, as well as how to get in and out of bed. So if you need to refer to those, I'll have some links posted here so you can click on those and refer to them. But today we're going to go over how to do your toileting. So this is super important, and let's get started very first with the equipment you're going to need. So I'm going to recommend in pretty much every hip replacement recovery scenario that you purchase a toilet seat riser. Now, if you are one of the few people who fall into a category where you already own a comfort height toilet, which would be a 17 to 18 inch height toilet without a riser, and you find yourself at 5'2" or shorter, you may not need a riser. But absolutely take a look at your own situation and to make sure you're keeping that 90-degree hip precaution when you sit on the toilet. For the vast majority of us, we're going to need some sort of height added to the toilet. In this situation, I'm using the Nova toilet seat riser with added armrests. This is a really nice product. It comes in both standard and elongated toilet. It is going to mount underneath your existing toilet seat, so it tends to be more comfortable and it's very stable. I have a video on how to install these, and I'll post a link up above there as well. This is going to give you about 3.5 inches of extra height on top of your toilet seat. So I have a low toilet here, the standard height, which is 14 inches, plus the 3.5 inches I get here, which gets me to 17.5, which is just about perfect for my height. I'm 5'4". So there are taller risers and there's some slightly shorter risers, but this is roughly the goal you're getting at. You want to make sure you're keeping greater than 90 degrees when you're in a seated position. And we find that 17 to 18 inches of height is pretty good for most folks. So let's go ahead and take a look here at how I would set this up. This bathroom is small. It's a tight space. I have a countertop right next to the toilet, which is a really nice option because it's going to give me something really stable to balance on. But unfortunately, the wall is too far away on the other side to install a grab bar. So instead, I'm going to take advantage of these armrests that are applied to this toilet seat riser and use those for an extra stabilizing. And I'm going to show you why in just a second. The other thing is, even though this is a small bathroom, I've got my walker with me. If you're recovering from any kind of surgery, they're going to recommend you keep this walker with you for quite a while during your recovery just because of that weakness and to prevent you from limping and making very dangerous movements in the restroom where falls often happen. So I did come into the bathroom with my walker. I turned it so that it's facing forward, so I'll have it to stabilize when I go to stand up and sit down onto the toilet. So let's go ahead and complete the transfer. It's pretty simple. I did mark my leg with a bit of blue tape here, so this is the leg I'm going to say is my surgical leg, my left leg here. So I've got my walker. I'm going to pretend that this leg is has been surgically repaired. I'm going to kick my leg out, and then I'm going to take one hand and reach back for a solid surface. In this situation, I have this countertop here, and I like that height. The other hand stays on the walker for a moment as I lower myself down ever so carefully, continuing to keep that leg extended and reaching back for the other armrest. Always a slow, steady drop down to the toilet. And that's why having some height is also important. It'll keep you from sitting down hard, which can be really painful and dangerous on your hip replacement recovery. So nice slow descent down. I've got these armrests, which is great because I can reposition myself a little bit. I'm keeping this leg extended so that I can keep my hip at greater than 90 degrees. That is very important. Obviously, that's one of those keys to your hip replacement recovery. So once I've completed my toileting, I do want to make a mention of how to properly and safely complete hygiene. So if you need to wipe after you're done using the toilet, it's very important that you don't run the risk of leaning forward or reaching from behind and leaning forward, because all of a sudden now I'm reaching beyond that 90 degrees of hip flexion. So instead, that's another place where these little armrests come in really handy, is I can actually lean and do a side approach hygiene. Much safer. I'm keeping that hip at 90 degrees or beyond 90 degrees throughout that process, and then I can reposition here. So always being aware of that. I also have a video that I think might be really helpful for some folks who are recovering from hip surgery that shows how to install a bidet in addition to your raised toilet seat. This could be an awesome solution for folks that allows you to get very clean with your hygiene and not have to worry about accidentally breaking your hip precautions because it would spray and clean you without you having to bend or twist. So that's an option as well. I'll post a link. So now we're done with our toileting. We're going to go to stand up. Very similar to how we sat down, just in reverse. So I've got these nice low handlebars here, and I like to push up when I'm standing. So again, I've got my surgical leg kicked out. I've got my strong leg underneath me as far back as I can so I can really use it to balance. And I'm going to push both hands and then reach and place my hands on the walker. At no point am I pulling on my walker because it's not set to the floor. It's not going to hold me. So I'm just going to use the walker to stabilize once I get myself into that standing position again. So there you have it, completing a safe toilet transfer following a hip replacement surgery. If you got some value out of this video, consider giving me a thumbs up. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And please consider subscribing to EquipMeOT for your safety and functional needs in your home and community. Thank you.